Yo! Hey everybody, this is Hum here, and we got AllyDest,
You.
and we're gonna start off Spyrothon with Spyro the Dragon any %. So, do you want me to count it down? 3, 2, 1, go. Is that fine with you?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, they are a little out of sync on the stream, but that's all right. All right, so for any %, if anybody is not familiar, basically to go to the next world in every world in this game, you have to meet a certain requirement. So basically what we do is over the course of the run, we just meet the various requirements until we can get to Nasty Nork and toast them. So for the first world, Artisans, we need 10 dragons, and there's not a lot of good gems in this level. So we kind of just collect what we can while we get those 10 dragons.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's not really anything too crazy in these first couple levels. A couple little unintended jumps, but no big tricks or
Like one
anything. We
right there.
kind of... What?
Like one right there.
Yeah, the ones I keep failing.
Oh. Yeah, I guess as you said, at least this first world isn't too exciting. We're pretty much... The main goal for this world is just getting the 10 dragons we need to go to the next world.
Mm-hmm. And then I never really... I don't never know for sure how many gems you need for Peacekeepers. I think it's 1,200.
Yeah.
But we get more than that anyway, so we don't really need to focus on that so much. Dude, nice. Oh my god.
Oops.
Yeah, if anybody's playing the Spyrothon drinking game, probably down a couple beers already.
Okay, right there was an out of bounds. There are like a few places on that mountain you can stand on to make it easier for anyone, but do a couple tricks to skip having to stand on anything.
Oh my god. Dude, this is gonna be first try Twilight Harbor skip, I'm calling it.
First try Coveless, you mean?
Oh yeah. So this isn't actually a race. It's an actual speedrunner and then an intended runner right beside it. So yeah, just let you guys know that. Yeah, so in Peacekeepers, we don't really focus too much on the requirement to go to the next world, but there's a lot of good gems and a lot of good dragons throughout, so we just kind of collect what we can as we go through the levels. Some cool tricks. Hopefully we get a couple of them.
Oh my god.
Dude, Ty. The flip.
Okay, this is probably the first hard jump in the game, and I got it. The jump is much harder than it looks. Pretty much we try to keep our momentum from the charge and carry it into our jump.
Yeah.
And it pretty much requires like I guess the best jump you can manage out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you need to charge onto the ledge at the end, and sometimes that ledge can be a little finicky. It'll look like you have it, but you'll just bonk instead or something.
Yeah. And if you miss it, you have to go back to that last dragon and do a little to that area.
Got it.
Just loses like 10 seconds or something, 15.
Yeah.
Nice. I got the proxy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
But okay, so what proxies are in this game is pretty much Spyro gets stuck into a place where he's not to belong. And the game tries to force Spyro out so that he doesn't get stuck.
I didn't get it. That's okay. Not too sure how much that one saves. Do you have any idea? It kind of changes the route completely, so I don't know how easy it is.
Actually.
Yeah.
Okay. But I know that that proxy made it so that no one has to do Terrace Village in this route.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hello. Whoa. And I guess for any people who aren't familiar with this run, people might think that we're just like getting a bunch of random gems. But a lot of the gems have been routed to like a little calculation for gems per second, and I think the borderline gems per second at best should be above 4 gems per second.
Yeah, because at the end, to get to the last world, you need to have 6,000 gems. So that's our focus, and we want to kind of get that at a good gems per second rate as we're collecting everything else. So most of the gems that we collect, we're intending on getting all of those. If we miss a couple, there's backups and stuff, and we have extra gems routed just in case.
I also missed a jump from exiting Dr. Shump to...
I got it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so it's similar to the Dry Canyon jump. You just need a decent amount of height and carry your momentum a little bit, but it's a little easier.
Yeah, if you miss it, you saw that it loses a bunch of time.
This is our first flight level. They give you a lot of gems for how short they are, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy going on in them. Do you do the interesting wild flight route?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we see that work out then. I have no idea how to do it.
Yeah, we do all the flights except one, and that's the one in Sunny Flight. That's the longest flight in the game.
Yep.
I think it works out to be like less than 4 gems per second, and
I think it used to be like way back. It used to be done instead of icy flight, but that changed quite a while ago.
yeah. Don't know why I rolled there. 120 muscle memory.
Oh, right in that section.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you were talking about, where you roll in 120, but it wouldn't be advantageous here. Yeah, you just needed that one gem.
Oh, yeah. These guys with the snowballs can sometimes hit you if you don't know.
Yeah, there's one right after a
spots
dragon.
Yeah,
There's
if you
one
don't
right
have
after a
spots
dragon.
to save the dragons.
He can hit you right after the rescue animation and cutscene.
Okay, come on, speak to me. So this is where the run starts to ramp up in difficulty.
Yeah.
Like at least in consistent difficulty. Dry Canyon and Cliff Town were like 2 difficulty spikes in the run.
Yeah. Everything else
yeah.
pretty much has something difficult throughout the rest. And yeah, for the next world, we just need to have 5 dragon eggs. Which I think we have like 6 opportunities, and there's like a backup. Just in case you miss one and you don't want to spend the time chasing after the guy. ramp up the difficulty. Emphasis on the ramping because there's a lot of speed charge ramps and stuff here.
Okay. That was a 10 gem I missed.
Yeah, you'll notice like if we've kind of got everything routed out, but we very rarely go back for any gems because that just slows you down way too much. But that can really hit you pretty hard when you get to the last level that we need gems in and you have to collect a bunch of unnecessary ones.
Yeah. Like, there are backup gems that we have in some levels. Just in case we might need them. Just to make the last world easier on us. There are certain points, like during these, like going back to Homeworld, loading screens, we look at the gem count that we have to know if we need any backup gems or not.
Then you should be going into high caves, or are in high caves right now. Yeah. So this level takes advantage of supercharging quite a bit.
Which I hope I'll get it.
It's really not too much to talk about with it. It's kind of explains itself if you just watch it.
Yeah, here comes the thing that we call bike caves, something found by Tuval. And
oh my god.
No. Okay, I was supposed to carry the supercharge there. I was supposed to keep the supercharge all the way up to here. That's alright.
Where did you get cut off?
It was like after the first or second jump. Pretty much. The part where you have to hold X. Okay.
What? Okay. It just stopped.
Was it ESG? Not sure.
That sounds right. I think it might have been him.
Okay. Okay, first time I'm actually gonna go back for a gem because I've missed a lot so far.
Ty, I was robbed. You could see it.
Cool supercharge thing here in Wizard Peak. Nice.
Whoa.
Ugh. Okay, that's the last egg thief we need. I'm doing magical stuff right now. Ugh.
Cool. Got the supercharge.
Okay, another flight level. And this one we're going to enter kind of interestingly. I wonder why we didn't get the dragon first.
Oh my god. No. It is game over.
Wow.
Yeah, this is epic.
This is exactly why I wanted a 50-minute estimate.
Yeah.
In case at least one of us just does horrible stuff. But anyway, I enter that portal from the back way. So whenever you enter a portal, Spyro kind of just floats about in it. All the camera tries to center inside the portal, and that's when, once the camera's all centered inside, that's when the loading zone starts. But if we delay Spyro, or delay that camera from centering just enough, we can have Spyro like still float about inside that portal, actually touch the dragon there. So we end up saving the dragon while entering the flight. Saves about 7 seconds, I think.
Yeah, about 7.
Okay, Blowhard's kind of a tough level because I'm trying to catch a platform cycle. I don't think I'll be getting it. Nope.
We basically get all the gems in Blowhard because they're really good. It's a really fast level.
Yeah, we pretty much try and get all but like 2 or 4 gems, really.
Yeah. Like if everything was perfectly, you just don't get the 2 gem right outside the vortex.
Okay, I was supposed to, well, damage abuse and not die there, but
Oh shoot.
okay. Yay! No one saw anything. Blowhard's 300 gems, I believe. Or no, it's 400.
400? Yeah.
Actually.
It's like 400 over the span of like, I don't even know how much time. It's really short.
Yeah. It only takes like a minute to do.
How is it not Dragon's good? Okay.
Okay, this is the level level I was talking about that we don't do an 80%. Why we don't do it is that there are only 2 dragons in it, and the gems are kind of just very spread apart in the level, and it's just really slow to do an 80%. Okay. Probably the hardest fight in the run. Or an 80% and 120 really, because same route. But does a lot of interesting movement here about with these planes and chests. And got it.
Nice.
If people were wondering that how we are like being able to exit these flights quickly too.
Yeah, I guess it's a good
There's
point.
a thing called an animation skip, or if you complete a flight, Spyro just flies up really high up in the air, and the little icons in the bottom left just like circle around Spyro as like a winning animation or something. But we can skip this by just running Spyro into a wall or something to just cancel that animation, because he has like nowhere to fly up. Almost no one likes this level, by the way, Misty Bog.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the few levels where like enemies can get the better of us. Like, I don't know. There's not very many other levels that we can't handle very easily, but sometimes they just decide to do stuff we're not expecting. And it's pretty tough in general otherwise.
I'm pretty sure I flamed that frog. Yeah, missing gems all over. Also another thing called flame charging. Flame charging is pretty much you flame and then you charge, mainly around enemies and chests. Like charging into chests like these, the gem automatically homes into you.
Yeah. But they're like,
So
there's some enemies that you can't charge into, but you can flame. And by flame charging, you kind of trick the game into thinking you actually charged it. And then the gem homes into you as it would if you were charging. And then in some other scenarios, we'll flame charge stuff just because it's faster, cut corners a little bit better and stuff.
pray for Guantanamo Sparksless.
Oh, nice.
Dead.
You don't have to let me catch up. Oh, these frogs are evil right now. Yeah, like if you just saw that boar, I was able to flame and then charge, and it homed in when normally you wouldn't be able to do that. Helps keep your momentum That's a pretty big aspect of this game, just keeping your charge speed up the whole time. Yeah, when you're flame charging it also, well, you're kind of moving the flame forward a little bit. So yeah, it's gonna go a lot farther, or it's gonna seem like it's going farther. Did you win the race?
Okay, treetops. There's a. You saw that thief right at the beginning of the level, and.
I take it you didn't win the race.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
But just as soon as I charge jumped down the super ramp, the thief went in front of me and I bonked on him.
Oh, nice.
I still won the race though. Oh, you're trying to race that thief to that ramp. That's and it's the point where the thief stops and taunts you until you chase it down. And how you're supposed to get these thieves intendedly is you're supposed to charge down a bunch of supercharge ramps and get to the designated islands that they go to. But if you beat that thief before he gets to that ramp, then he just instantly teleports to the island.
Saves a good few seconds. I did not mean to do that.
Okay, last level of Beastmaker's coming up. Unless we get quite a lot of gems in too. There are just lots of 10s and 5s to go around in this level. Whoops. Okay.
And basically by the end of this world, we just need 50 dragons, and that's all we need until we get to the last world. So we won't be collecting any dragons and Dreamweavers. We won't be doing too much in Dreamweavers at all, actually, just collecting the remaining gems we need to reach 6,000.
Yeah. Adelaide also has a cycle to catch in this very room, but it's kind of weird when the cycle starts because the cycle actually, I think, starts the moment you are on that bridge before that fireworks chest.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh wow. Got a little extra gems right now.
Actually kind of under gems. A little bit. Yeah, as I said before, we're pretty much looking at the loading screens to see how we are on gems. And right now I'm a bit below where I want to be. So I'm probably gonna have to end up getting a lot of gems in the last level of this world. Okay, nice little damage boost there. Just like jump right before they hit you. Last flight level. Mainly with this flight level, you want to like play the intro perfectly so you can catch that train. Any screw ups and it doesn't lose too much time, but
Yeah.
I'll just
If you
have to
mess
get
up
the
at
train
all,
later.
you're definitely probably going for the next cycle.
Good flight. Okay, last level for like collecting gems or anything. I need 22. This is not going too well.
If you're really lucky with that damage abuse to get to Icy Flight, those two guys, you can actually not get hit. But it doesn't really matter if you get hit either.
Nice little layer skip on that little cake thing. A little bit over my gem count, but it's fine.
That means you're heading in the last world.
No. Typically don't want to wait for Jacques' gems to pop out there. Okay. Alright, last world.
I can't even remember what world record is.
Yeah.
I was going to say 3855, but that's Chris's.
I'm gonna be dumb and do a little stupid trick here.
First try.
Aw, I didn't do it. Aw, that's too bad. Rip world record.
Dang. What the fuck?
I try to do a trick there called Coveless, which is Probably like a 1 in 200 or 300 attempt trick or something. It's very, very hard. You pretty much have to skip having to save that dragon and go into this level. The reason why you need the dragon is so that this dragon head right here can open. Oh, that looked like an almost good first try. That wasn't it. Now the alternative is doing this skip called Twilight Harbor skip.
Which is stupid.
4th try.
Holy shit, I was under gemmed. I did not pay attention there.
Pretty much what Twilight Harbor skip is, you're abusing a mechanic where if you hold square and X along an uphill, Spyro kind of stutters up and goes a bit faster because he's trying to charge jump up it. There's not really a bunch of room for him to get enough height for charge jumping. So you're using that to like gain more momentum in your jump. Kind of using that tooth in the head to push you forward a little bit.
Sorry I took so long.
Good job.
I kind of forgot about you.
Yeah, 41-32.
Is toast.
So
I'll go for
Not
it for
too
a couple
bad.
times.
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
what will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Oh, dang, that was close. Dude.
Did you get it?
No.
Oh.
Oh, come on. These are all like pretty good attempts.
Yeah. Thing about this skip also is that it's not very consistent. Because it does rely a little bit on where you hit this dragon head from, at what angle and how precise it is, I guess. Because if you hit it at a certain angle, I guess the game kind of just bounces Spyro up or forward into the dragon head.
Oh my god.
But sometimes with as many attempts, good attempts, mind you, Hummel's had,
I'll go a couple more times.
he's getting very
That was bad.
screwed over with it. And you can get like this first try, second try, or just like 20th try or whatever. It's just how brutal this trick is.
Oh, I thought that was it.
But doing the skip first try saves like 50 seconds of Twilight Harbor. Or something like that, I think.
There we go. Okay.
Got it. Nice.
He's like one of the worst ones. I just got a good proxy. Whatever. I'll take it. Underestimate. Well, kind of, I think.
Oh man, first try.
Yeah. Spherical.
Oh, first try again.
It's so much easier when the head's open.
Yeah. Guess if it's okay, I can try and show off Coveless.
Sure.
Or at least the process of the trick. Because there's not a very likely chance I'll get it.
Alright.
What time did you get?
I didn't put a timer on. So it's probably like...
I think you were overestimate.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Dynasty Gnorc.
Whatever. Mercy kill.
Now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I still got some treasure to pick up.
I take my estimates very seriously.
I'd say
So I was 44.59. Or 45, exactly. I guess I can... I don't know. How much time do we have before we switch? Probably not much because I just hit the estimate.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Spyro any percent. Spyro 1 any percent. It's actually a really fun category. It's just like Twilight Harbor skip that really kind of ruins it. But outside of that, there's a lot of fun stuff that goes on. It's real fast paced.
For any like beginner runners, you don't ever want to try Twilight Harbor skip first thing.
Yep.
Well, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want it to be.
Yeah, all you really need to know is just a basic route. It's a pretty easy run to pick up. This game in general is. You're not really required to do anything difficult to actually do the run. Yeah, you can get really, really good times. There are a couple times better than mine. You can get like
Well,
a
I tried.
high 40, even like a low 40 with without Twilight Harbor skip. That's pretty good. Pretty close. At least you get the flop upwards.
That was like the first bounce I got, and the only one I'm gonna do.
All right, so that's going to do it for us. Next up is Spyro 2 any percent.
Yep.
See you guys.
See you.